Well, look, we've got a little game for you, haven't we? And we're going to do this game.
Yep.
We're going to quiz you, and we're going to see if Huxley agrees with your decisions. But let's do this. Let's do this game.
Yeah.
So should we do West Ham based?
Yeah.
And then we'll do it again.
Yeah.
As overall football based.
Right. Okay.
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 So you kick us off, Fred.
All right, we're going to go with which player retired too early from West Ham? In your opinion?
Retired
Yeah.
or left West Ham?
Should we go with
Yeah, you can go left.
Yeah, left.
Probably Frank Lampard.
Wow.
Yeah? We didn't even think about
Big fat Frank.
Big Frank. He turned in. A lot of West Ham players left way too early. I felt like we was a bit of a feeder club.
Yeah.
Back then.
Rio.
Rio was another one. Joe Cole.
Oh, Joe Cole was so
He was
good.
different. Dimitri Payet.
Yeah.
For me, what a talent.
Right, hold on, because we
wait.
got other questions. You can save these now.
Go on.
Right, most underrated at West Ham.
Oh, that's a tough one. What, past or present?
Whatever you
All
want.
time.
All time. This is your preference.
That's a really tough question. You've caught me off. You've caught me off guard here with these questions. Most underrated. See, the thing is, the players like Lamps and all that, they went on to do good things.
Yeah.
I might have to come back on that one.
All right,
Okay.
I can't think of a player off the top of my head at the minute.
Scariest footballer at West Ham?
Oh, Julian Dix.
Yeah.
The geezer was a crank,
Yeah.
but I loved it.
Yeah.
That was when football was good.
Yeah. He
You
was
know
like
what I
a
mean?
pit bull, wasn't he?
Tackles as high as your chest. Do you know what I mean? Not today. You've only got to blink at a player and they're rolling on the floor.
true.
Most intelligent player at West Ham ever.
Di Canio.
Yeah.
He was very, very clever.
Yeah.
Very clever footballer. Weren't the fastest. Him or Zola. Very, very intelligent players.
Yeah.
Okay, most entertaining player?
Oh, you got to say this name.
I've got to say for Wild Factor, Payet for me.
Yeah.
The time that he was there.
So I said, you've basically done what I've done.
It's got to be.
Yeah. Dimitri Payet.
But again, it's all personal preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other people be screaming at us right now going, oh, what is wrong with you? But
I think he's... People might shoot me, like with Di Canio and Payet. He's probably the best player to ever wear the shirt, in my opinion, Payet, in terms of...
Or Tevez, but again, he didn't really do it for West Ham the way
Yeah.
I think Payet done it. I mean, he was just... His ability on the ball was just different. Do you know what I mean? He could create something out of nothing. There's not many
Different gravy, wasn't
players down the years you can say about West Ham that you sort of stand out at what I call world level. But I think he could have played for any team on the planet and easily got in.
Definitely. Right, what next?
No, Arsenal.
Hottest talent right now in the West Ham squad?
Bowen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I said
And,
Bowen.
maybe not a young prospect, but in terms of actual talent, his hunger for the game, his love for West Ham, yeah, it's got to be Jared Bowen for me. He carries a badge and the crest on his shoulders, I think, at the minute.
Yeah.
Okay, funniest footballer at West Ham?
It's hard, this one.
That is an odd one because you don't really know him personally, do you?
Yeah.
So
From what you see?
I'd say Ginge was quite funny. Collins was a funny geezer.
I don't know.
Should we scratch that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's quite a tough one. That.
Best footballer ever at West Ham?
I think for service, and it depends how deep you're going with best ever footballer. I think for service, Mark Noble.
Right.
He was most committed. Do you know what I mean? Never run off for a bigger payday. He was Mr. West Ham. Do you know? There are a lot of players you can put in there, but I think he's the first one that sort of
Pops in.
cropped to mind for me for overall, not just for footballing talent, but for his professionalism and everything else. Do you know what I mean? He's a good advocate for West Ham.
Definitely.
Okay, best captain?
Oh, I like Dixie.
Junior Diggs.
I like Dixie.
Yeah, you're
because
proper old
do you know what? It reminded me very much of Roy Keane. The sort of Roy Keane, Stuart Pearce, another one. He's played for West Ham, didn't he?
Yeah,
Was he captain though? Was he?
I'm not sure.
Nah, psycho, mate. It was quality. He was.
Or was he
good.
captain though?
Stuart
If
Pearce.
he
might
was
have been vice
if he
captain.
was captain at one point, I'd probably say either him or Dixie. For me, they were.
Right.
Yeah, they just led with an iron fist. It's different now. You just don't get these characters in football anymore. Do you know what I mean? Your Keanes, your Vinnie Joneses, all these guys are just. I love them. Do you know what I mean? You just don't get it anymore.
Right, let's start it again. Right, so we're gonna go football ever. So
Okay, it's interesting.
right, so it's not just West Ham now. Which player retired too early?
Steven Gerrard. I think he could have gone for a little bit longer.
Could have played. He
What was
wouldn't
he,
have played.
33, 34, I think, when he retired?
Yeah.
I'd have liked to have seen him go on for another couple of years. I know, obviously, it's not my choice, but I just loved Steven Gerrard. I love the way he played. I love his, everything about him.
Even the goal he scored against you guys in the cup final.
He was, do you know what? I watched that game in a pub down in Manor Park.
Right.
And that was gutting. That was absolutely gutting. But the guy's a genius.
Yeah.
And, he done what West Ham players couldn't. He dragged Liverpool like he did in the Champions League final. He's some player. He really is. And I think he goes under the radar as well
Yeah.
in terms of world-class talent.
It's a shame what's happened with him managerially. Like, hopefully he'll pick himself back up. But, it's funny, isn't it? These talented players don't exactly cross over into being great managers.
Not always, no.
No.
I mean, look at Nuno at Forest at the minute. I mean, he was a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He wasn't a great goalkeeper from all respects either, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just shows you can,
Yeah.
that transition from being a great player, but you could never take away, all these great players, your Lampards,
Rooney.
Gerrard, Rooney. I mean, look at Rooney. What a phenomenal talent that guy was.
Right. Well,
Oh, is that me or you?
yeah.
Most underrated
Player
player. Yeah.
of all time.
All time.
Oh, bloody hell.
Most underrated player.
Paul Scholes.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think people rate him.
No,
They do, but
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
when you're talking world-class, think of world-class players, right? What's going to be on the tip of your tongue? Zidane,
Xavi.
Messi,
Yeah.
Iniesta, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scholesy will not get a mention in there.
Yeah.
But the guy was a genius.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
He was a footballing genius. He had a brain like no other. I mean, he could see, and it was like he had a sixth sense on the pitch.
Cool, yeah. Definitely. Right, who else? Scariest footballer ever.
Ooh,
There's a few.
Gattuso.
Oh yeah, AC
He
Milan.
was an animal.
Yeah.
He was an animal.
Wow, yeah.
He just didn't give a
He
monkey's.
pulled one
did
out
he?
of the bag there.
Yeah, we
know
were
what
like
Gattuso?
Roy Keane, we were like
Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
I
but
was gonna, they're probably the names that people, but I was just.
No,
I think
that's
good.
good.
Yeah,
shout.
Gattuso for me, he was a bit of he had a screw loose. That fella.
Okay. Most intelligent. I know it's not Gattuso.
Yeah,
Messi.
yeah.
If you're talking football intelligence,
Yeah. Football intelligence.
he does things on a football pitch that other people would train for 100 years and they still won't be able to do with the natural way in which he does it.
Yeah, his IQ is amazing.
His
isn't it?
IQ is like Ronaldo for me. There's always that argument: Ronaldo, Messi. For worked talent, for working their way up and doing what they've done, Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
For natural, given, born intelligence, IQ, Messi, all the way. There's no arguments. Not for me. That's me personally.
Right, hottest talent right now in football.
Ooh.
I skipped one, Fabe.
Yeah.
Is that who I prefer?
Yeah,
my
your preference. Everything's your preference.
I like Jude.
Ah, yeah.
I do like Jude.
Yeah.
Purely because of his age, what he's done in such a short period of time. I mean, I don't know if you see the game yesterday. Did you see that back heel he done?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God, it was disgusting.
Yeah.
He didn't even think about it. The ball come to him, just a little back heel. He took 3 players out, and the guy scored.
Wow.
But just the way he can carry a team at that young age, and I hope, if you're listening, Jude, he remains humble.
Yeah.
And he don't get embroiled in all that social media nonsense and the hype surrounding. I hope he remains humble and stays the player that I think he's going to become one of the top players for a long, long time.
I'm excited to see what Tuchel's gonna do with him.
Yeah.
Like where he's gonna, that German sort of
Way of
criteria,
football.
way of football.
Yeah.
Because it was funny, like in the last, as good as Jude is, and that goal that got us through, in the last internationals and whatever, like amazing overhead kick, right? But he sort of went missing.
He was hampered, wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
hampered through a lot of the games. They didn't utilise him.
No, but you would never play him. This is the thing, because it's like the 20% of magic that happens overrides the 80% that you're getting frustrated with of it not happening. Like, that's a great shout, Jude.
Most entertaining footballer, and you can't repeat any of the names.
There's only one name.
Go on.
Come on, guys, you must know. What
I
I'm
know who my one is.
You're not Ronaldo.
Oh, I was going to say
See?
Ronaldo.
Him or Ronaldo. But, in terms of watching, I've never seen a player play football and smile and bring an infectious feeling to a football game the way Ronaldinho did. He played as if he was in the park. This guy was unbelievable.
Yeah.
His whole attitude, you could see that Brazilian samba spirit, and used to do something different when I watched him. Do you know what I mean? The guy was just unreal, and it's a shame he's had to retire.
It was quality. Funniest footballer ever. There's only one for me.
Mark Cucurella. I think he's a funny guy. He's a funny looking guy. He's just an idiot.
Yeah. I said Gaza.
Yeah.
He was pretty funny.
Best footballer ever. Best footballer.
Wow.
This is in your opinion.
The player that I like the most has said, really, Gerrard.
Okay. We're going to well, can you repeat that though? You said it at the start, didn't you?
Yeah, no repeats of anyone in the same.
R9.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Oh,
shout.
That's where I'm.
Unbelievable. Best striker, in my opinion, ever to grace a game.
Best captain in football history.
Roy Keane.
Really?
I don't think there's an argument for me there.
Yeah.
He had all the leader qualities. Do you know what I mean? On the field, in the dressing room, the way he can drag a team back from losing positions, the way he can pump them up. Do you know what I mean? I've watched. I don't know if you guys have you seen the? Is it 99?
Yeah.